Welcome everyone to my income report webinar. I'm not only going to break down how much I did in sales the last month, also all my expenses so you can see realistically how much it costs to run a successful eBay dropshipping business for 1 month. And of course, I'll reveal my total profit for the month. Now, in addition to that, I will, of course, be telling you a little bit about how I was able to do this, how it is that I'm getting these sales on eBay. And if you stick around to the end, there'll be a little bit of an opportunity to learn even more about this if you're interested. So I do want to give this a few minutes for people to come in and join us here. So if you're here live, make sure to say hi in the chat and let me know where you are chatting in from. This will be our way of communicating with each other. If you have any questions as you go through this, you can ask them live, but also ask them at the end because I will have plenty of time at the end for any questions you all have. And during this webinar, I'm going to ask some questions. I want you to put your answer in the chat. And randomly, I'll pick some of you to win a free Amazon gift card just for leaving like an awesome comment that stands out for me that I like. So if you're gonna win, I'll say, hey, you just won the Amazon gift card. Just send me an email, paul@pauljlipsky.com, and we'll make sure that you get that gift card. All right, so let's see who's here in the chat right now. First comment I see is Rebecca. What's up, Rebecca? And Myrna's here as well. Bethany, Vicky, hey everyone, how's it going? Daniel, we have Nikki, we have Shang from Port Charlotte, Florida, welcome. And Craig from Kentucky, what's up? Detroit in the house, what's up, Nikki? And TJ, Florida, pretty obvious where you're from. Brooklynite here, what's up, guys? Lazy Abram, how's it going? Thanks for being here. Hey, from Morocco. So people from all over the world. Pretty exciting. Dominican Republic as well. What's up, Derek? How's it going? All right, guys. So some of you guys are pretty stoked to be here, as I can see right there. So, we have enough people here. I'm going to start this off. And what I'll do is start by sharing this presentation. So, how do we get here? Here we go. And just let me know in the chat if you can see this screen. This should be a little slide with a title on it. So let me know in the chat if you're able to see that. And I think everything's broadcasting and we're ready to go. So let's get right into this. All right. So I'm not going to waste too much time on introductions. I will speak a little bit about who I am later, but I think most of you know who I am, so I won't waste a lot of time with that. So if that's cool with everyone, just let me know in the chat if it's not cool for whatever reason. And again, just let me know if you can see this slide where you are right now. Okay. So again, I'm going to give okay, Joe says he can see it. Derek gives a thumbs up as well. So it looks like we're all good. So again, I am going to be giving away gift cards to people. But no spam. Don't just leave comments just to try to win a gift card. Make them meaningful comments, right? I want this to be like a real participation that we have. And then if you win that gift card, send me an email, paul@pauljlipsky.com. So the training or this video is going to be about 60 minutes long with some Q&A at the end. So we have plenty of time for Q&A. And if you guys are ready to be like another one of my students' success stories, students who went through very similar training to this one, although this is the first time I'm doing this kind of training like this, then I am going to encourage you guys to kind of put down your phones, pay attention to what's going on, because over the next hour, I'm really going to break down some awesome methods for you guys and give you some big insights into the back of my business. And I think you can learn a lot if you pay attention. If you can't pay attention for just this 1 hour, then I don't think you'll ever really be successful. So try to put everything away and really focus here. All right. So my goal here with this whole presentation, this income report, this webinar, is to make you see kind of how this works, how someone like you can create a successful eBay dropshipping business from scratch, even if you have zero experience, and how getting started with this can actually be done faster than you think, even if you don't really know how to get started or how to sell online or how to source products or how to advertise them. So you'll see how much I made in sales and what my expenses were. Now, like I said before, most people aren't sharing this, or maybe I didn't say that before, but most people aren't sharing that. They only talk about the sales and they're not talking about the expenses. So you don't really know how much profit they'll really make. But I'm going to reveal it all to you guys right now, be fully transparent with you. And then we'll go into a little later about what's been happening on eBay lately, some changes, and how you can take advantage of those changes to do really well by using a proven system that I put together that has been used by thousands of my students to get results. And if you know me, I'm not just going to make big claims like that without backing them up. I like to have the proof. So I will be showing you guys some of my students who have been doing well. Students like Caden saying, hey, this really works. And Kathy listed an item 10 hours ago, just started and already making sales. Becky already making sales very quickly. Courtney doing $1,000 her first 10 days. And others doing over $100,000. Others doing $30,000 a month. Some even doing over $250,000 in a month with this program. So a lot more about that later. So if you're here, I know that the reason you're here is because you have some sort of drive or curiosity about what it is that eBay dropshipping is and how you can be successful with it. And you want to make money online and change your life. But I know for a lot of you, you're not really sure how realistic it is. And I felt the same way when I started, which is why I'm really eager to share this income report with you all so that you can see realistically what it's like. So I'm just going to check in the chat right now, see who's here. We have Myrna saying, bring it on. We see a lot of people saying they can see it. People are ready to go. Andy made it to the live stream. Let's see who's here. Looks clear. Okay, so I'm going to pick a winner right now. Somebody who made a really good comment, I think, Myrna Montano. If you are still here, hopefully you're still here, you just made this comment. It says, bring it on with 5 exclamation points. I really love that comment. So I'm going to send you an Amazon gift card. Just send me an email, paul@pauljlipsky.com, and you'll get it. And I have other gift cards coming as well for other commenters. But you're the winner of the first one, Myrna, so congratulations. Okay, so I do want to quickly run through who I am. Just real brief, like I promised, or rather who I used to be, because up until recently, I pretty much did everything I was supposed to do in life. Went to school, went to college, even went to law school, got a good job after school, and then kind of realized that I wasn't happy. So that's my poor attempt at acting a sad face. And it's then when I kind of woke up and realized that I was just like this cog in the wheel. So like you, I went searching for something that could provide me with the freedom I was looking for. So if that sounds like you, let me know in the chat if you're feeling that way right now. Like you're just part of this machine and you're looking for freedom like I was. And I found many different ways to make money online when I was doing research, but they were expensive, they took a lot of time, it was hard. I even tried a lot of them and I failed. Now, what most people don't know is that there's another way. There's a simpler way. You can get out of the ordinary, boring, cog in the wheel kind of feeling and move into a more extraordinary life, and that's with something called dropshipping. That's when I discovered this. So I just want to quickly run through this for anyone who's not familiar with dropshipping is, because the rest of this presentation won't make any sense unless you understand this basic model of dropshipping. So the way dropshipping works is there's going to be a customer and they're going to buy an item from you, let's say for $100 from your item on eBay. So they pay you $100 for it. You then take, let's say $80 of that and order the same item from your supplier. And the supplier ships the item directly to the customer. So you never hold the inventory. You don't buy the inventory until the customer pays you for it. and you're not like storing a bunch of items that might never sell. This is the basic dropshipping model. It's a model where you don't hold any inventory. And the supplier that I show in the bottom right, those are just other websites like Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon.com. So not very complicated there. So this is what I started to do. And since then, I've done over $2 million in sales on eBay. And I've been able to coach thousands of dropshippers around the world. I've actually made it my mission to teach as many other people about this as I can. And now other people are starting to wake up to this. I now have about 35,000 or 36,000 at this point subscribers on YouTube. It's the biggest YouTube channel about eBay dropshipping. And of course, there are other people talking about dropshipping, other groups, but this is the biggest community. And I think that's because I actually care about my students and my subscribers and their success, but also because I'm trying to provide as much value as I can in videos like this on YouTube to my students in the courses. And I lay it all out because, like I said before, when I was trying to learn, there wasn't much out there. There wasn't a lot of people out there talking about this or being transparent about this. So that's what I'm trying to provide to you guys so you can get realistic ideas of what this is like and real advice that would actually work. So everything I always teach, I always update as things change. Nothing gets left out because that's what I was frustrated with when I was getting started. Now, as we know, I really think that this is a really good time to start something like this because there's a massive shift happening as more and more shopping is being done online. So let me know in the chat some things that you buy online if you bought something recently, because if you guys don't know this, the U.S. economy, it's expected to, e-commerce rather, is expected to overtake traditional commerce by 2024. And we've already seen a ton of retail stores shutting down as a result of that. But it means that there's a lot of opportunity for us as sellers to come in and start selling stuff online. So let me show you, I know some people are skeptical about this, so I do want to show the results. Let's get into the kind of main section of this webinar, which is my income report. So this is what we're going to cover. First, we are going to look at my gross sales on eBay. That's what it's called. Gross sales. How much customers paid me on eBay. And just to kind of make this as simple as possible, we are only going to look at one of my eBay stores, but I do have multiple eBay stores. So we'll look first at the sales. Then we're going to take out money for the returns and cancellations. It's a natural part of business. We'll talk more about that later. eBay also charges fees. We'll have to take those fees out. Like I said before, once we sell the item, we then have to buy it. So we have to deduct for the cost of goods, it's called. And there's some other business expenses that are going to come out too. And I'll break all those down for you. And that leaves us with my profit. Okay, so a kind of a big disclaimer here. I do have to throw this out. My results are not typical. So when you are looking at these numbers and feel overwhelmed, don't be. These are my numbers after years of doing this. So I'm just afraid some of you will look at this and say, oh my gosh, he spends how much running his business? He spends how much on this and that? Don't be scared by these numbers. When you first start out, expenses are going to be very, very low. They're not going to be anywhere near as high as they are for my business. Your expenses get bigger as you make more money, as your store scales. So let me know in the chat if you're cool with that, and I'll pop into the chat right now to see if everyone's following me. Let's see. I'm pumped. Let's go. Let's learn, says Derek. Hello, says Tanya. I'm ready to take mine further, said Craig. Yes, says Mirna. Yes, of course. I love it. Good job, Paul, says Marco. Let's make some money, says Mike. So awesome comments coming in here. Okay, so let's get right into this then. So first, like I said, we are covering sales. That's the first thing. How much I did in sales in 1 month. And luckily, eBay makes this very easy to see. They actually give you a chart that looks like this. This is how much I did in this store in 1 month. Now, as you see, that's $80,724.51. If you look at the top, this is for a period of 1 month. So this is what we start with. And I'll get more later into how I was able to do $80,000 in sales. Now, I do feel like I have to do this, unfortunately. Some people say, are you telling the truth? Are you telling the truth? So I'm just going to share. Oh, let me come back here. Let me exit this. I'm messing everything up now. I'm trying to. All right, now I got myself all screwed up here. I lost something here. Okay, here we go. So I will share this with you, but now I lost. Just bear with me for 1 second, guys. I'm trying to show you my actual eBay account so that you don't think that I just kind of made this up. But now I've screwed something up here. Okay, so oh gosh, I really just messed something up here. Okay, I think okay, well, now I just totally screwed this up. All right, there we go. So as you see, this is not quite the same number because I took that screenshot a couple of days ago. And this number went down a little bit because we had some returns. So what I'll do is I'll click this and that will refresh it. So you see, I didn't make this up. It's the truth. That's really what it is. All right. So it's a little under $80,000 because we had some returns, which I'll talk more about in a second. So let's get back into the presentation now. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. I'll get rid of Mike's message here. All right, sorry about that little technical difficulty. And now, so that's $80,724.51 in sales. And I know that the number is now down, but I did this yesterday, or rather I did it like last week. So the amount went down a little bit because we had returns. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. This is going to be pretty close, right? So the next thing we have here is returns and cancellations. So returns are very natural on eBay. They're a very normal part of business. People get an item, then decide they don't want it. It happens. It's not something to worry about because it's actually really easy for us as dropshippers. This is the way it works. A buyer opens up a return on eBay, and then you are going to request a return from your supplier. The supplier is then going to send you a free prepaid return label, which you can then send to the buyer on eBay. The buyer then puts that on a box, ships it to the supplier. The supplier refunds you, you refund the buyer, and that's it. So it's pretty normal that it works. It's pretty normal part of business and very easy the way it works. So I won't know exactly how much my returns are until the end of the month because customers are allowed to return items for up to 30 days. But eBay tells you what your return rate is. Average. So my average is about 2.34%, which is really low. I think that's pretty good. It used to be higher, but I've been able to bring it down. So that's about $1,888.95. So we can take that out as well. So the next thing after that is fees. So for most businesses you run, there are going to be a lot of things you have to pay for before you ever earn your first dollar. So for instance, with most businesses, you need to build a website, which costs money. You need to buy the items up front, which costs money, and then you need to store them, which costs money, and you need to learn and pay for marketing, which costs a lot of money. And that's all usually for one product that might never sell. So essentially, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. But with drop shipping, it's much different. We sell items on eBay, which means we don't have to build a website or learn how to do that. And because we only buy an item after someone buys them from us, we don't have to buy any items up front, which means we also don't have to pay to store them. Plus, eBay handles all the marketing for you. They have a website full of people ready to buy your item right now, searching for it with their credit card stored on eBay. So none of that is involved with running an eBay business. So this really allows you to get started with no experience, no expertise, without the huge upfront investment. And all eBay asks in return is that when you do sell something, and only then do you owe them money. And so that sounded really good to me. It's always sounded really fair to me. I know we all hate paying the fees, but looking at the big picture, I think it's pretty fair the way it's set up. So in general, the fees here for eBay and PayPal are going to be about 12.05% plus 30 cents. That's after returns. So again, this might sound high, but remember a few things. First, we don't pay this fee until we make a sale. So there isn't really much risk here. Second, eBay is providing us so much as a result of these fees, a website and all the advertising. And quite frankly, advertising budgets alone are usually a much higher percentage of a business's sales, like has to come off their sales than this. So for me, this results in a little over $10,000 that I paid in fees. So this is where we stand right now. But we're about to talk about our biggest expense, which is the cost of goods sold. So let me just pop into the chat. See who's here. Mario has an awesome quote. Entrepreneurs are willing to work 80 hours a week for themselves to avoid working 40 hours a week for someone else, says Lori Griner. That's a great quote. Paul has taken this concept to another level by using VAs. Thank you, Mary. That's awesome. Somebody bought clothes and household items online, bought from Amazon yesterday. I buy almost everything. Supplements, Wally. Thanks, Wally, one of my students. And thanks for the awesome review you left recently. I bought shoes online. Let's see. Awesome things, guys. Okay, my store is cha-ching as we speak. Awesome. Let's rock and roll, says Jack. Yeah, okay. So let's keep going here. Like I said, this is where we stand right now, but we're about to talk about cost of goods. So remember, when someone buys an item from you, you then have to order it from your supplier and ship it directly to the customer. So we don't get to keep all the $100, of course. We need some of that to buy the item. And so we buy these items from other websites like Walmart, Amazon, Home Depot, Bass Pro Shops, Overstock, Wayfair, and that's our cost of goods sold. Now, this will be the biggest expense, but the students in my course, my Dropshipping Titans course, they know that I love to find ways to lower my cost of goods as much as possible in order to maximize my profit. And even though I cover some really good ones inside my course, I did want to share some of them here, at least some of them. And the three I want to talk about are cashback credit cards, cashback websites, and discounted gift cards. All of these allow me to lower the cost of my items. So after taking the price of the items, deducting for cashback, deducting for discounted gift cards, the total spend on cost of goods is $56,412.62. Like, wow, that is a huge number, right? But I'm putting all that through my credit cards, which is pretty awesome. And this is always my biggest expense. But again, look how low risk this is. You only buy this item after someone pays me for it. So I'm not just buying $56,000 worth of inventory and then holding it in my house and hoping it's going to sell. Only after it sells do I buy it. So I don't have to worry about items that are just going to sit there and never sell. So the risk is much lower, which means that we are about this point. We have one final category left, and that is business expenses. By now, you're probably wondering what the final number is, how much profit I've made. So I do want to thank everyone who has stuck in here so far. And we will be talking about business expenses in a second, but I do want to keep another winner here. Let's see. So John says, are these numbers per month or per year? This is for 1 month. This is my latest month. Wally says, product research is the main reason for such great sales. Let's see. Bobby says, Paul does a great job of keeping his students up to date and informed. Thank you, Bobby. Let's see. Someone said, I'm guessing cost of goods is $60K. So that was kind of close. Okay. I want to pick a good winner here. Oh, definitely not picking this one for the winner. Sorry there, Zachary. Let's see. Let's rock and roll. Jack, I like this comment. So Jack McRae, congratulations. You won the other gift card. So just send me an email, paul@pauljlipsky.com, and I'll send you that Amazon gift card. All right. So let's go into the category now, which I'm calling business expenses, kind of a catch-all miscellaneous, but I'm not going to gloss over this. I will cover all of these in depth here. So first up is the software I use to run my business. And before we talk about that, I just want to let you know that this number is going to sound a little bit high, but as the students in my course know, or people who watch me on YouTube, I teach you that you don't need all of this software to get started. In fact, there's really only one software I think you need to start. And if you join my program, there's actually a link in there that allows you to get started for 1 month for just $1. And after that, the cost is really low. So for me, it's about $212, which that actually, when I looked at that number, it actually surprised me. I thought it'd be much higher than that. And that includes the software used to list and reprice my items. It's a software I use to help me upload tracking numbers, to do product research, to fulfill orders, and to take care of sales tax as well. So I was pretty surprised that number was as low as it was. I double checked it and it was right, but it was still surprising to me. But realistically for you, you'll be starting out spending only about $8 a month for this. So as you scale up, you'll also want to sign up for an eBay store subscription. But again, as a new seller, you don't need to do this. For me, this cost is $60 a month, but when you're new, even if you sign up for one, I think it's just about $20 a month to start to do that once you're ready for that point. And finally, we have virtual assistants. These are the people that run my business. Somebody commented before how, I think it was Mario, commented before how these virtual assistants have made my store automated, and it's true. They do everything for me. They list items, they buy them from Walmart, buy them from Home Depot and Lowe's, and ship them out to customers. They do the returns, they do customer service, they do everything for me. And between them and the software, that's really what has allowed me to have the freedom that comes with running this business. So I spend a lot on them, and they're worth every penny. Actually, before a couple months ago, this expense used to be much, much higher. But I've been working really hard on learning how to hire and train virtual assistants and manage them. And I found that I had a big team of virtual assistants that I did not need at all. So even a store of this size, I've been able to reduce it down to just 3 virtual assistants that do everything, and one's kind of in charge of the other 2. And that just cost me $640 a month. And it's really a fantastic opportunity, I think, because it allows me to pay these virtual assistants who live in the Philippines just $2 an hour. I pay them. It's a good wage for them. I can hire like 7 or 8 of them for the price of one here in the United States. So it's really a win-win all around. Again, you're not going to need a virtual assistant right away, but just know that when the time comes, there's plenty of them available, and the cost to hire one is very, very low. So after deducting it all out, the business expenses total $912, which means that the profit total is, drumroll, where'd it go? $11,472.26. And that's, I'm very happy with that. So that's just after 1 month, after all expenses. And it's more than I made at my corporate job in New York City. And I got to do it from home, or my virtual assistants got to do it from home. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. That number is pretty accurate. Like I said, returns were a bit of an estimate. So that number could be a little bit higher, might be a little bit lower. We'll have to see, but generally that's pretty close to accurate. I just want to be totally transparent about that though. So by now you might be wondering how you could do this too, and how I've been able to do this. My students have been able to do this. And I really believe anyone could get started with this, but most people just don't start. And I kind of want to just get into like this just for a second. Just bear with me. A little bit of motivation here, because I see so many people not getting started with something like eBay dropshipping out of complete fear. And without a doubt, it is the biggest killer of dreams. So the truth is that when you get started with anything that's new for you, there will be setbacks, but you will learn from them. And the amazing thing about something like eBay is that they allow you to make mistakes. You don't have to be perfect. You can make mistakes and still be fine. And I'm going to show you just how simple this can be, because I really believe that you can do this. You just need the right system to follow, and you need someone who cares, a support community that cares about you. So like I said before, the Dropshipping Titans community has been the fastest growing one on YouTube, and I really think there's a reason for that. And I think there's a proven path that you can follow to fight those fears and to accomplish this if that's what you want to do. So let me introduce you to one of my students. If you haven't heard of him yet, this is Bill. And when Bill first tried dropshipping on eBay, he was frustrated and almost gave up. But then he found my program, and look what happened, doing over $50,000 a month here. So here's the thing. I made a lot of mistakes when I started. I thought I could do it all myself and not hire a coach, and that I could just get free information out there, but I screwed up a lot. And it wasn't until I started to reach out to mentors and really started to educate myself that I started to do well. So now if you follow the blueprint I've put together, it will greatly reduce the number of mistakes you make, just like it did with Bill. Because trust me, I have made every mistake you can out there, and I learned a lot from them, and I wrote them all down so I could teach others how to avoid them. So by this point, you have two choices. You could learn the hard way or the easy way. And the hard way is trying to sift through tons of free content, forums, videos, blog posts that may or may not be right or up to date. But the easy way is using a proven system. And I just wanted to show you this snapshot. This is the email that you get every time you sell an item on eBay. So just imagine just seeing your inbox flooded with these emails and what that would feel like. And I know it might be hard to believe, but there is really nothing special about me or my successful students, and it really is possible for someone like you. So the easy way would be to copy success. Look, this took me a long time to figure out. I made a lot of mistakes. I wasted a lot of money. So I'd rather you learn from me than make the same mistakes. So if you're ready for something like this, type yes in the chat. And because everything starts with a yes from you to move forward. It's the same yes that these students in this room during this live event I had, that they gave, the same yes that they gave. Okay, let me show you this opportunity now. I'm gonna share, see if I can do this now because I screwed up last time. Okay, so you should be able to see that. let me now move this, get rid of that, and let's see if I can do this. Oops. I'm almost there. Can I do it? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I wanted to show this to you. This is my premier program, eBay Dropshipping Titans. And so what I did was I put together all the information I know about eBay dropshipping in one place. And this right here is the full curriculum. You can check it out. So if you click the link that's underneath this video, this will bring you to this page right here. And if you scroll down like a third of the way, you'll get this curriculum that you can see. And basically what I did was I created a roadmap for you. So you don't have to search around different YouTube videos saying, okay, what's the first step? What's the second step? Is this video on YouTube up to date? This is a roadmap. You literally go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I walk you through how to set up your eBay account, how to get going with it, how to find products, how to list them up for sale, everything you need to know in one place, and it is fully updated. I have literally just updated this course a couple of days ago, and all those videos are here ready for you now. And as you move through this, as you become more advanced, there's advanced topics down here as well, which you don't even have to worry about right now. But the main thing you need to know is if you follow this roadmap, this is the roadmap to success. This is the same roadmap that all my top students took. So if you come over to this page by clicking the link, you can just click this enroll button and choose the single payment plan or the payment plan right here. And if you do the payment plan, you still get full access to the course today. You're just promising to make the other monthly payments. Now, in addition, when you sign up for the course, you're not only going to get that, but you will also get access to the private mastermind group here on Facebook. It's a private Facebook group just for members of this course. And this is an extremely active group. As you see, I'm posting exclusive videos in here just for members of the course. There is a ton of engagement here. So many people posting questions or posting up results, asking for feedback, getting feedback. Everything here gets answered. So it's a very active group. But the other thing I want to show you is up here on the top right. Where is it? Right here, if you guys can see that, we have 2,368 members inside this group. So this is just for students inside the course. And this means that this number of students signed up and didn't ask for a refund within 30 days because my course does come with a 30-day risk-free guarantee, but 2,368 students did not request a refund. So this should be like the ultimate proof of how much value is in the program, but more importantly, in the private group. All right, so let me go back to this. Where am I now? Okay, so I wanted to show you some more shots of there we go, from inside this group. Okay, so yeah, these are some of the posts, people posting up their results. I showed you some of these before. People doing over $50,000 a month, $30,000 a month. Sometimes we have in-person events for members of the course as well. And so I kind of want to break down what you're going to get if you sign up today for the program. So you get the tested Titans strategy, which I just showed you. That is valued at about $1,000. Similar programs cost over $1,000. I'm also going to throw in scripts, customer service scripts. You can use these to answer any customer questions. So if a customer asks you, where's my item or where's my return, you don't have to scramble around and try to write something nice. I've already done it for you. So you can get those as well. I also show you how to increase your profit on every single sale. I touched on this before. Remember when I mentioned the discounted gift cards, the credit cards, the cashback websites? Well, I have a ton more of those inside the program as well. I put a $500 value on those, but that's worth a lot more. I mean, it's really, you could just multiply it by the number of sales. It just keeps going up and up. You also get the private Facebook group, which is easily worth more, I think, than even the course. So that's like a $2,000 value, because most people charge like a monthly fee for that. And I'm not doing that to you guys. That brings the total value here to $3,694. So you can kind of see why others would charge hundreds or thousands of dollars a month for a similar program, because it's really not a cost, it's an investment. Now, you're not going to have to pay this much, but even if you did, it's literally half of what this student Kochi sold in less than a week. Now, many of you guys know me. Like I said before, I'm not going to sell this to you at that price. But if you also know me, you know that I love to like over deliver. So I have some other bonuses for you, but these bonuses are limited in how many people are going to get them. So they're only going to be available, this first one, for the first 30 people that sign up during this webinar. So I did that because I want to reward people who are serious and ready to take action right away. And because once they're gone, they're gone. So the first one is a list of 94 items that I personally researched and found that you can drop ship on eBay. So this will give you a great idea of what is selling well on eBay right now. Now, I don't think you should copy these and actually sell them yourself, but you can look at them and see, okay, why is this item selling well? It's going to give you a good head start because only a few people are going to see this list, only the first 30 who joined today. Now, the second thing that I'm going to give out is a software pack. That little robot there represents software. This is the best software to use. I mentioned it before. I really think anything else is a waste. So I got the deals for you. If you sign up using my links, you get either free trials and really cheap trials, things like that. And that's going to be made available to the first 20 people who sign up. And the third one is the one that I'm most excited for, and that is my Banggood course. So let me now share this again so I can show you guys the Banggood course. There we go. Nope. What'd I do? There we go. All right, so this is my mini course, and it's normally a $200 value. Actually, it's usually a little bit more than that, but I discounted it here. And what this shows you how to do is how to drop ship from a really unique website called Banggood. And one of the great cool things about Banggood is that they really encourage drop shipping. So if you learn how to use them, you can make a ton of money drop shipping from Banggood if you get the whole system down. But it's a little bit different than what I teach in the main course. Not a ton different, but it's a little bit different. So I think it deserved its own course. I don't think it really fit anywhere in the main course. So I created this mini course, and I'm going to give it to some of you guys for free, the first 10 people who sign up. So kind of to recap this whole opportunity here, let me make this big screen again. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get the tested strategies, $1,000, $200 customer service scripts, $500 profit hacks, the $2,000 group, the 94 items valued at $1,000, the Banggood course valued at least $300, and total value there with the bonuses is almost $5,000. Not selling for that much. Normal price is $597. Not selling for that price. It's today only just $297. You get all those bonuses to the first 10 people who sign up as well. So if you're still here, I think you can realize that this can work for you too. And I think you stuck around with me today because you really believe that something like this can work. So the link is underneath here. I'll also put the link in the chat for you guys if you guys are following along in the chat. And I also want to break down what this looks like. So in order to make back that $297, if you have your margins set right, like I show in the course, you just need to sell $100 a day for a month. So that's one $100 item or two $50 item or four $25 items a day. And that's pretty much it. And look, to help you guys out, like I mentioned before, this does come with a 30-day risk-free guarantee, no questions asked. So really you have nothing to lose. I'll drop that link in the chat again for you guys. And I know a lot of you guys have questions, so I'm here now to answer any questions. But the question I have for you is, really at this point, is it worth it for you to spend a few minutes of your time kind of just checking this out, knowing that a lot of my students have seen results when they put in the time, put in the work, when it comes with the guarantee. Even if it can only do half of what I claim it can do, it can pay for itself within a couple of months or even less. So I see a lot of you guys signing up already, so that's awesome. All right. Like I said, this is a limited time deal, but it is available for anyone who wants to take advantage of it. I'm only leaving this up until Friday at midnight. And really the reason I do that is because, again, I like to reward people who are serious about themselves, want to invest in themselves, and want to get started right now. Okay, so by now you might be wondering, does this really work? I hope I was able to show you that before with my results, with my student results. I'm not going to bore you with that again. You can go onto my my course page and see the testimonials there. And yeah, actually, let's do that. If you go there, you can see video testimonials and things like that. But let's kind of get into the questions now. All right, so let's see who's here. Wally says, great value. Thanks, Wally. Daniel says, great course. Let's see. Oh, awesome comment from Craig here. Says, coming from an existing member, the best investment for the lowest cost already paid off for me. That's awesome, Craig. Is there a coupon for the course? Yes, right now you click the link underneath this video. That is a coupon. Vicky says, I already signed up for it. Learning a lot. Thank you so much. Barney says, teach me, Paul. I want to sign up. That's awesome. Gieserman says, I'd like to get the course, but I don't want to use Facebook. You don't have to join the group if you're not comfortable with that. I recommend anyone who wishes to do eBay dropship. Paul, fair pricing is good. Is that Wally? I think that might have been like a little bit of a Wally right there. Let's see. Looks like ET, someone said. Witty says, get his course. It's worth it. He breaks down what could and will go wrong, unlike other courses. Well, guys, I'm so happy so many of my current members are already here. Bethany says, you undervalue the customer service scripts. They're worth so much more than that. Paul, you should do a USA tour. In-person event on the West Coast. Nikki says, the course makes it so easy to get going and work out all the kinks as time goes on. Bobby says, Titans Tribe is a great group. I see Wally. Daniel says, a Facebook group really helps. Very motivating. Wally says, true. All right, I'm trying to look for like an actual question here, but you guys are really flattering me. But thank you so much for this. This is awesome. So many of my students are in here still watching this. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pick another winner here. I read some really cool comments that I like. And I think I got to give it to Mitchell right here saying, is that Wally? I think that's a pretty funny comment. So Mitchell, you get the next Amazon gift card. Just send me an email, paul@pauljlipsky.com, and I'll make sure you get that Amazon gift card sent over to you. And congratulations on that. Okay, so I see a lot of people asking, I want to make sure I get the bonuses. And what time are we at now? We are closing in on the hour. Jessica said, how much are you grossing from drop shipping? Like I said before, is this past month was $11,000. Okay, let's see. It says almost 2 a.m. in my country. So I'm not actually seeing any questions here, but I have some common questions that often come up. So maybe I'll address some of those. Let's see. I wrote some of these down. So a lot of people ask, is this something that's good for them? Like, is this a good fit for people? So let's see. No, that I lost my question here. All right. So, okay, why does this work? That's a good question. So this works because of convenience. People want to come in here and just buy an item off of a website that they're comfortable with. In this case, it's eBay. They don't want to go shopping around. They don't want to try to see what the best deal is on different websites. They want to come to the one website that they are familiar with, which is eBay, and place the order there. It's similar to how when you go to a convenience store, like a good corner store, and you buy a bottle of soda for $2. Meanwhile, you can buy the same can or bottle of soda, like a 6-pack of them, or like a 12-pack of them at the supermarket, and it works out to like $0.25 a bottle. So why are you paying so much for it? It's for convenience, and it's the same thing here. Another common question I get is, how much does it cost to get started with this? And the cost is very, very low, much lower than other e-commerce stores, because again, you're not dealing with inventory, storing inventory. You're not worrying about shipping either. You're not worrying about storage. So what you are having to pay for is a software, which, like I said, is less than $10 a month to start. I actually give you a $1 trial inside the course. And you could sign up for an eBay store, which is, I think, about $20 a month. And then after that, you only pay for the item after someone buys them from you. What do you need to get started? Pretty much, it's kind of like just add water kind of thing. You go through the steps in the course. I show you exactly what to do. If you can log into a computer and purchase the course, then you'll be fine. You'll actually be able to do the course as well. It's not that hard. Now, the course is all videos. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. So if you're comfortable with this format where you can see my screen, hear me talking, and follow along with me, it's the same exact format in the course. The difference is the videos are short purposely so that you can quickly run through them. And if you're like, later on, you want to revisit a lecture, you don't have to watch an hour-long video to try to find out where in that hour that one little piece of information you were looking for is. You can just go to that one simple short video and get exactly what you need out of it. And you can watch the videos as many times as you want. You can watch them on 2x speed. You can watch them on half speed, whatever you're comfortable with. And you can rewatch, again, as many times as you need. Once you have access, you always have access. And you have access to all the updates as well. So like I said, I just updated the course. All my existing students got those updates for free. They didn't have to pay for the updates like some other courses or some software might do for you. Everything's included with the one payment or after you make the 3 payments with the payment plan. So if you're worried about eBay changing, I will update the course. I know a lot of other people don't do that, but it's kind of my commitment to you guys. I really want to see you do well. So I've actually updated my course several times, either big updates, small updates, little things that people probably wouldn't even notice, but I updated it anyway because I like it to be all in one place, everything complete. Now, I know a lot of you, some of you will be a little bit worried about how much time it takes to run a business like this. And I was really worried about this too, but when I started, I was working a full-time job and I was doing this on the side. And I was starting to feel like, will this actually work once I scale up? And then I came across this great quote, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who said it or exactly what it was, but it's something about how everyone in the world has the same number of hours in a day and in a week. You have the same number of hours as me. We both have the same number of hours as Oprah, as Bill Gates, as Elon Musk. And it's not about having enough time, but it's about what you do with that time. That is the real distinction. And people like Elon Musk obviously do amazing things with the amount of time that he has. So does Oprah as well. But you can tap into that. You really can tap into that if you learn how to do it. So the time does exist there. But more realistically, like I said, I was working a full-time job. So I built this store initially at night, on the weekends, before work, during lunch breaks, whenever I had time to fit it in. And I didn't say I don't have time. I took action and then made time to make it work. And because of that, I've been able to quit my job. I've been able to leave New York City, which was way too crazy for me, and come down to my new beautiful home here in Florida. Got a pool in the backyard. It's a much different lifestyle, and I just feel truly blessed that I found this thing called eBay dropshipping, which has given me that opportunity. So if you are interested in it yourself, again, click the link underneath this button to kind of check out what it's all about, and you can see for yourself. Okay, so that answers that question. And another question I get a lot is this a good time to get started? So honestly, there's never a perfect time and there's never a bad time to get started. I think the famous quote is, the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago, and the next best time is right now. So with any big life change, we all know, like something like marriage, a new job, moving, or starting a new business, there's never a perfect time for that, right? Or having a kid. Every one of my students and myself, we felt the same way. But we got started anyway, because that is literally the only thing you could do right now to change your life. The only thing you could do to change your life is to take one small action right now. When you get started today, you're going to look back a year from now and you're going to be so glad that you did it this date, because if you didn't do it then, you might never do it. So yeah, we still have room left for the bonuses. Actually, we're closing in on the hours. I'm getting a lot of questions about it. So you guys stuck around to the end. I don't want to kind of make this more confusing than it has to be. So if you're watching this webinar still and you're still looking to sign up, if you sign up during this webinar, I'm just going to give everyone the bonuses. I don't want to make this too confusing because you're not going to be able to see who signed up when and if you got the bonuses. So just to make this clear, everyone who signs up now will get all of the bonuses. So there's no limit on the number. And the deal will be expiring soon, but I'm not going to cap it off because I don't want you guys to miss out and be confused by it. Let's see who's here in the chat. Yeah, so Zay Logical, just if you sign up right now, you'll be good. All right. Let's see. How many stores do you have across eBay and Amazon combined? 3. Well, yeah, basically 3. I mean, I do have some eBay accounts that I don't really use, but I use them specifically for testing. So these are basically like test accounts and that I just use to kind of experiment to see what works and what doesn't work. And let me switch this now. See what works and what doesn't work so that I can then apply those strategies to my main account and to teach them to you guys, all my students as well. It's kind of a cool thing that I've been able to do. And I also have another account that I just use for my videos inside the course so that I don't have to blur anything out. So it's kind of my teaching account. Let's see. Let's see, some questions about the course. Whereas a coupon, just click the link and you will get the everything at this price point. And let me pull it up again. You'll get everything at this price point. And all these bonuses as well. Chummy says, just do it. It works. He set up a SOP guide for a virtual assistant. I do have a virtual assistant course. I'm not going to talk too much about that, but the virtual assistant course will give a walkthrough for your virtual assistant. There are videos in there to teach your virtual assistant that you can send your virtual assistant. All right. Okay. So I kind of want to remove any kind of excuses or doubt. So that's why I created that 30-day money back guarantee. So so if you're any on the fence about it or worried about it, you should be able to do that with that and not have to worry about it. Jose says, where do I sign up? There will be a link underneath this video that you can click to sign up. All right. So I do want to thank you all for staying here all the way to the end. If you're still on the edge, this is your last chance to join us today inside the program. And I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means so much to me. I can't wait to see so many of you guys inside the Titans family. I did promise you guys this would be an hour, so we went a minute over, but I like to be kind of true to my word. So if you guys have any other questions that I didn't get to answer specifically about the program, then shoot me an email. I'm sending a follow-up email about this anyway, so you could respond to that. Like I said, this deal is good for the rest of the week until Friday at midnight. So if you do want to take advantage of it, your time is running out, but you do have some time to think about it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys have been awesome. Thanks so much for all the awesome comments and for sticking around. And I will see you guys in another video, or hopefully inside the course. All right, bye for now.